Let's talk about parenting. It's gotta be the most important job on the planet, right? But here's the thing. It doesn't come with a manual. So what if there was a kind of compass, something to guide us through those really tough moments? Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today. A framework that's all about building our own confidence and forging a much deeper connection with our kids. Ever have one of those days where you feel so rewarded, so full of love, and then just completely overwhelmed? Yeah, that feeling right there, that's the paradox of parenting, isn't it? The best job in the world can also be the absolute hardest. And if you're nodding along right now, I want you to know you are so not alone. That feeling is universal, and it's the perfect place for us to start. Okay, so let's get into it. The Modern Parenting Challenge. The first thing, and maybe the most important thing to get, is that you're not in this alone. Whatever you're feeling, I promise other parents are feeling it too. The pressures these days, they're just immense. But, and this is the good news, so are the solutions. And look, these challenges show up in so many different ways, right? Maybe you're a new parent, just trying to figure out what boundaries even look like. Or maybe you're a super busy working parent who's just desperate for some consistency. Or heck, maybe you're an expat, parenting thousands of miles away from your family's support system. The details might be different, but that underlying struggle, that connects every single one of us. So what's the end game here? What are we actually trying to do? Let me tell you what it's not. It's not about being the perfect parent. That's a myth. The real goal is to find ways to connect, really connect with our kids on a deeper level. And just as important, it's about building up our own confidence in this crazy role of being a parent. Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, the answer might lie in an approach called positive parenting. Think of it this way. If traditional parenting is one map for the journey, this is like finding a whole new path, a different way to get to that same destination. All right, so what exactly is positive parenting? First, let's clear up what it's not. It is not about just letting your kids do whatever they want. It's not permissive parenting. It's actually a style that's all about guiding our kids with empathy, with encouragement, but also with real structure. The huge difference here? It's about getting rid of fear and punishment as your main tools. It's a shift from being a dictator to being a guide. And what's cool is how comprehensive this approach is. It's not just about one thing. It helps us with those huge, big picture goals, like building our kids' self-esteem and making them feel emotionally secure. But it also gives us practical tools for the day-to-day battles, the ones. Tantrums, defiance, and oh yeah, the never-ending fight over screen time. Okay, this next part. This is really the heart of the whole thing. It's a massive shift in how we think about our role, especially when our kids are misbehaving. We're talking about the crucial difference between discipline and guidance. So check this out. Traditional discipline, it's usually a reaction, right? We see a behavior and our first thought is, how do I make this stop? The focus is all on punishment. But positive parenting, it flips the script. It looks under the behavior and asks a totally different question. What is my child feeling right now? See the difference? The goal isn't just to shut down the behavior. It's to get to the root cause and actually teach a better way to handle those feelings. And here's the absolute core idea. All behavior is communication. A tantrum, it's not just a kid being bad. It's a kid trying to communicate a huge feeling that they literally don't know how to manage. And once you start seeing it that way, everything changes. A mistake is no longer something you have to punish. It's a teaching moment, a really powerful one. Okay, so that's the big idea, the philosophy. But what does this actually look like in real life? On a Tuesday afternoon when the kids are melting down and you're about to lose your mind? Let's get practical. Let's look at some real-world scenarios and see how this all works. The classic tantrum. We've all been there. That moment of just pure, unfiltered, overwhelming emotion from your kid. It's stressful, it's often in public, it is tough. So what does a positive approach actually look like when you're in the middle of that storm? All right, here's a simple 3-step playbook you can use. Step 1, recognize the trigger. Try to look past all the screaming and crying and just ask, what's really going on here? Are they hungry, tired, frustrated? Step 2, respond with calm. I know, this is the hardest part, but your calm is literally their anchor. It's the only thing that's going to de-escalate the situation. And then step 3, once the storm is past, you teach. You help them find the words for those big feelings so they have better tools for next time. Okay, let's wade into another modern minefield, shall we? Screen time. Ugh. For so many of us, this is a constant daily battle.
So how can we handle this without it turning into an all-out power struggle every single day? The key here is shifting from restriction to collaboration. It's about setting limits, sure, but setting them together so your kid actually has some buy-in. It means carving out sacred, tech-free family routines, like dinner time, no phones allowed. And this is huge. The focus is on teaching them how to use technology responsibly, not just dangling it as a reward or snatching it away as a punishment. So why do we do all this? Why go through the effort? Because let's be honest, managing tantrums and screen time, that's not really the ultimate goal, is it? It's all just a means to an end. And that end is something so much bigger. It's about raising a confident, secure, and happy human being. I think this quote just captures the spirit of it all so perfectly. It's not about us having all the answers. It's about being a partner with our kids on their journey. Our job is to walk beside them, helping them build that solid internal foundation of security and confidence. And you know what? That's the real payoff. Because when a child feels truly understood, not just managed or controlled, it creates this incredible bond. A bond built on trust and respect that's going to last a lifetime. Way, way after all the tantrums and screen time battles are just a distant memory. So I want to leave you with a thought. This doesn't have to be some massive overnight change to your whole parenting style. Just think about this. What's one small, positive thing you can do today to connect with your child? It could be as simple as the next time something happens, instead of asking, "Why did you do that?" you ask, "What were you feeling?" That tiny little shift, it can make a world of difference.